Okay, let's jump right into our deep dive today. We're looking at the 6th chapter of First Timothy.
Right. It's a chapter that really gets into some practical and sometimes challenging aspects of early Christian life.
Absolutely. It touches on social structures, warnings against bad ideas, and this big theme of money and contentment. What can we maybe pull from these old instructions for living well today, especially around finance?
Yeah, it's surprisingly relevant. It forces a hard look at what we value.
It starts with, well, a tough one for us now, instructions regarding slavery. People under that yoke were told to respect their masters.
And interestingly, if the master was also a believer, the instruction was to serve better, not worse.
Better. Why better?
The reason given is fascinating. It was so that God's name and the teaching wouldn't be slandered. It connects personal conduct, even in awful situations, to the bigger picture of faith's reputation.
Huh. How your actions reflect outwardly. Okay, so then it pivots pretty sharply, doesn't it, to warnings about false teachers.
Oh, definitely. And it doesn't mince words. They're described as conceited, really understanding nothing, obsessed almost with controversies and arguing about words.
Sounds draining, and it leads to bad places.
Yeah, the text lists things like envy, strife, malicious talk, uh, evil suspicions, constant friction. It's not presented as healthy debate at all.
And there's a specific motivation called out, right? This idea that,
That godliness is a way to get rich, using faith for financial profit, that seems to be a key identifier for these particular false teachers.
which sets up the main counterpoint of the whole chapter, really.
Exactly, this powerful statement. Godliness with contentment is great gain.
Great game. Not money, but something else. And the logic is so basic, but wow, we brought nothing into the world.
And we can take nothing out.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So the argument follows, if you have food and clothing, the basics, that should be enough. You should be content with that.
That's a radical idea, especially today. It completely reframes enough.
It does. And it's crucial because right after that, it spells out the dangers for people who want to get rich. Notice, it's the wanting, the desire.
Not just having wealth, but chasing it. And the description is intense. Falling into temptation, a trap.
Getting tangled in foolish and harmful desires. And it says these desires plunge people into ruin and destruction. Strong words.
Which leads to that very famous line.
For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. The love of it, not money itself necessarily, but that driving desire.
And the consequence. Some people eager for money have actually wandered from the faith.
And pierced themselves with many griefs. It sounds like self-inflicted wounds, born from chasing the wrong things. Really painful imagery.
So the advice isn't just be careful, it's stronger.
Much stronger, it says, flee from all this. Run away from that pursuit.
And instead, pursue. What?
Righteousness, godliness, faith, love, endurance, gentleness. These character qualities. And it uses battle language. Fight the good fight of the faith.
Like it's an active struggle. And take hold of eternal life. It's about grabbing onto something real, something lasting.
Mm-hmm. And then there's specific advice for those who are already wealthy in that context.
Right. It doesn't just condemn wealth outright. It tells the rich, don't be arrogant. Don't put your hope in your money.
Because, as the text points out, wealth is uncertain. Hope in God instead. And be active with it.
Active how?
To do good, to be rich in good deeds, and to be generous and willing to share. Use the wealth. Don't just hoard it or trust in it.
And there's a purpose behind that generosity, too, isn't there? Something about the future.
Yes, it's described as laying up treasure, a firm foundation for the coming age, so that, this is powerful, they can take hold of the life that is truly life.
The life that is truly life? Wow. That really redefines success, doesn't it? Away from just material accumulation.
Completely. It's about investing in something eternal through present actions.
And the chapter wraps up with a final charge.
Yeah, a charge to Timothy, the recipient, to guard what was entrusted to him, to turn away from godless chatter and these opposing ideas, this falsely called knowledge.
Which sort of circles back to the false teaching warnings earlier. These wrong ideas lead people astray.
Exactly. It shows how interconnected right thinking and right living are. Wandering from the faith can stem from buying into false knowledge.
So this whole chapter lays out this stark contrast. You've got the pursuit of wealth, driven by love of money, leading to traps and grief.
Versus the pursuit of godliness combined with contentment, which is presented as the real gain, leading to this true life, expressed through virtues and generosity.
It really hammers home that material wealth is, well, shaky ground for your hope in God, living out that faith through good deeds. That's the solid foundation.
So when you think about navigating our world today, a world that's often, let's face it, obsessed with financial gain, how might embracing that idea of contentment actually shift your perspective?
Yeah, where might you personally benefit from consciously moving your hope away from the uncertainty of wealth and onto that more solid ground that text describes? Something to really chew on.